Welcome back. Now, Gauteng Economic Development MEC Parks Tau has met with the food and beverages as well as the tourism and hospitality sectors. The roundtable discussions are aimed at boosting growth within these sectors, which have seen some of the worst affected by the COVID pandemic. To tell us more, we're joined by the MEC himself virtually. Thank you very much, MEC Tau, for your time here on All Angles. Now, firstly, I have to ask you, the announcement by the President yesterday will definitely benefit these sectors that you met with in the past few days when it comes to them actually trying to recoup what they lost in the last 2 years.
Thank you very much and good day. Certainly the announcements will go a long way in the process of resuscitating activity in the respective sectors that we're engaged with. In fact, last night, when we met with the hospitality sector, literally everybody in the room was keen to hear what the pronouncement from the President would be, and anticipating that they would be able to open up the economy, enable activity to take place, and enable us to bid, lobby, and get events to come over into our country and indeed get local tourism opened up. And their announcement yesterday has enabled exactly that.
And coming out of your meeting, did you discuss at all the state of our roads and infrastructure around that? Because I imagine that this would be very important for both these sectors or all of these sectors, people traveling to different holiday destinations, whether locally or internationally, as well as the delivery of food. So road infrastructure is also important. Did you discuss this at all?
We did. In fact, we had discussions around the infrastructure that's available to enable people to access different parts of the country and ensure that we're able to bring all three spheres of government on board in addressing issues and challenges with regards to our road networks and accessibility to particular tourist sites and facilities that are available. But just generally the ability of people to traverse different parts of the country and be able to access the sites. Not only did we discuss the road networks, we also talked about generally the quality of infrastructure in particular areas. There are areas that we're looking at their redevelopment and expanding their tourism capability. We're looking at the Valve, for example, as an area of opportunity for expanding tourism, and the need to address issues with regards to the quality of our water network, our sewer systems, and their ability to cope with it. One of the discussions we did have with them was to reflect on the work that we're doing as a department, working with the DPSA on finding alternative ways in which we can invest in infrastructure, particularly bulk infrastructure, so that we're able to address some of these challenges. And those discussions involved how in other roadshows that we've had with the financial services sector, we're looking at innovative ways in which we can finance bulk infrastructure and finding solutions in that regard.
What are some of the actionables that you discussed when it comes to the tourism sector? I mean, they complained quite heavily about, the effects that COVID-19 had on them. And even though there are some regulations that have been lifted, it still means people who travel to our holiday destinations need to produce some type of proof of either being vaccinated or being free of COVID-19. So this still means that there's more for visitors to do before actually visiting us.
One of the most immediate areas of collaboration we've identified is with regards to airlift or air access. That's the ability to attract airlines to come from different destinations into the province of Gauteng and therefore attract more people to be able to access us. And that also includes the ability to identify new markets that could be available for us. And it's something that we've agreed to collaborate on between the public sector and the private sector. We indicated to them that we've already started work with the Airports Company of South Africa around the Air Access Project, and they've keenly said that they would want to not only partner but also invest in that particular project so that we're able to bring airlines to South Africa. The next area is about bringing meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions into our shores and the ability to jointly bid, because it is not only government that bids for the hosting of conferences. Many of these conferences are of associations in particular sectors. So we've identified the need to work with particular sectors to jointly work on bidding for those events to be able to come to our shores. And then lastly, I think the focus on domestic tourism, the realization that in fact the amount of travel that happens internally within Gauteng by the people of Gauteng, but also within South Africa, and the ability to attract South Africans to come to Gauteng and experience different parts of Gauteng is an important issue. So there was a particular focus around domestic tourism and enabling the people of this country to experience what we have available. Another project that we agreed to work around jointly is with regards to our heritage sites and struggle routes, the ability to narrate our history, to have museums that are able to narrate our processes of struggle, the attainment of freedom. And we have very important sites that have been identified even by the United Nations as potential sites that need to be protected from a heritage point of view, which should enhance our tourism product.
All right, thank you very much, Gauteng Economic Development MEC Parks Tau.